There's a race called the Dragon's Back Race in Wales next September, every September, I believe. It's like 360 miles over 6 days, or 360 kilometers over 6 days. So it's on average it's a marathon and a half every day, and the average ascent is like 1.5 Mount Snowdons every day. So it's ridiculous. Over the past 3 days, I've done about 60k walking. I've done three around 20k walks back to back. Today I jogged about 7k of it along the River Trent. You go from mine down and around a bit of Attenborough Nature Reserve, follow it along the Trent to Trent Lock, and then follow the canal all the way to Sandiacre and back home. It's about just over 20k or around that. So I've done 1 day's worth of walking, 1 day's worth of mountain climbing or whatever over 3 days. So that's without any ascent. And at the end of every day, I'm kind of tired. After doing 20k, after doing a third of what I do there, and that's excluding all the altitude, which is insane. A marathon and a half a day, so 9 marathons over 6 days, which is ridiculous. Something I really recently I've been like, I don't know, that's like, I've been thinking. I messaged a friend Rowan, and I was like, if because he used to be a very good long distance runner, like incredibly fit, almost competitive. I don't know if it was competitive. I don't think he was, from what I remember. And yeah, if he said like, if I messaged him, he's not messaged me back yet. But if he was like, oh yeah, I want to do that, let's fucking do it. I'll spend all year at Redol Dog, and we'll just, no matter what, me and you will push each other to train our asses off to do this ridiculous fitness event thing. I'd probably be on board immediately. I'd be on board. I don't know how I'd be in like 4 months or a month. I'd probably be fucking knackered. But you have to pay, like, it's like £1,400 to do it, because they take your luggage from each spot, and they set up camps and everything, and probably I think they feed you. I'm guessing it's a lot of money, but I mean that is like an added incentive or an added pressure to like push you to train your ass off to do it, especially when like that at the moment is like pretty much all the money I have in my bank. Yeah, it is pretty much all the money I have in my bank. I've been spending a lot of money. Anyway, sold some stuff on eBay, bought shoes to find ones that fit so I can send others back. I'm waiting on a refund for one pair of boots, for example. So yeah, there's that. That's just one thing I wanted to say, and I would like to get fitter. I've noticed that I've slimmed down somewhat. I don't know if I've lost any weight since I've been home. If I've lost weight since I've been home, that would be insane, because since I've been home, it's been quite mentally tough. But I've not binge eaten. I'm slowly developing my porn habit. Like it's less than it was last week, and I'm not pressuring. I'm just like checking in with myself and trying to do some self-care stuff. I put it in quotes because like in the past I've been like, oh, self-care, like love yourself, and it's all been dressed up in these self-affirmations, but now I'm just like, I don't know what am I doing. I don't know what I'm doing for self-care. I'm going on long walks, meditating, trying to get a bit of reading in, stuff like that. But it's nothing like I must do this, because if I do that, then I end up shooting myself in the foot, because I end up just being like self-loathing, because I'm not caring for myself enough, and then it's like a super counterintuitive. What else do I want to talk about? I've had a lovely conversation with Rowan today, 2.5 hours of just chatting shit, and just catching up. He's in a tricky place, and just talking and expressing myself and the recent stuff I've been going through with Indigo, and just sort of my emotional progression or development in that regard. How I'm not feeling so yearnful over her, and how that's been replaced, or part of it's moved, and now I'm reminiscing more over Emma, the time I had at the festival with her. last night, yeah, as you saw potentially from my video last night, was quite painful. And I was in bed after that, and I did I cry again? I don't know, but I remember feeling a lot of pain, just as a collective last night. Oh yeah, then also I don't know what I said I was going to do, but I pretty much after I stopped recording that video, my mum came back with a fella, a guy she'd been on a date with. She told me she was going on a date, but I didn't know she was bringing him back. And then she was moaning about me. I heard her downstairs just moaning about me, and I just felt so shit. Just yeah, I felt super isolated again. It was horrible. It was pretty nasty. Woke up this morning, had a lovely phone call, went on my 20k, jogged like 7 or 8k of it, which was great. In these new barefoot shoes I've got, which I think I'll return because they're a wee bit small. Just swap them for another size up. And then I've had a call with George, who I've spoken a bit about before. Me, George, and Rowan met at the commune. George left after a month and a half or so, but we built a beautiful connection. Fantastic man. And he's living in Mallorca at the moment, and coming home within a week. So hopefully we'll see each other then. But he was feeling pain tonight, a lot of like despair, and sort of feeling really low. And he reached out to me, just messaged me saying, "Hey man, been dealing with some stuff today," and then something like that, feeling a lot of shame and stuff, and that was it, something like that. And as soon as I saw it, I messaged him saying, "Call me when you see this," and I rang him because he hadn't seen it straight away, and we had a beautiful 45-minute call, just beautiful, lovely call, and it's just so nice to be seen, to see somebody else and be there for them. And he really felt that I was doing that for him, and it was beautiful to do that for him and to be seen myself. Sort of made me realise how important it is for me, at least, and I can't speak for others, but I do think it's like, ubiquitous, not ubiquitous, I do think it's a common trait of pretty much everyone. That's quite a statement, but just to express ourselves in whatever form that may be, but using language to express yourself and just to talk to people whom you trust. Anyway, talk to people who you trust and be able to vent and not feel like you have to stop yourself from venting out of fear of being judged, or I don't know, there is a line of just like constantly talking and not, but when you find people who you've got that thing with, where you can talk and express yourself, and it's a beautiful thing. Unfortunate that not everyone has that, and many times I that's why I journal, because I don't all the time. It's not like I'm living with a spouse who is constantly there for me and constantly able to listen to my pains and whatever. That's why I journal. That's why I upload these videos. It gives me a conduit, a medium for this sort of expression. And yeah, anything else? The other day I was thinking about death. That's a nice little segue into a topic like that. But no, I think the idea of death is quite interesting. Just like, what is it? What is death? Death. Sorry, that's my speech thing. I didn't know the difference between th and th until I was like 21 or something. Someone corrected me. Anyway, yeah, death. Like, what is after life? I don't know. It's like, obviously I want to live and I want to experience this, because I don't know what's after it, and at the moment I feel like a lot can be made of this. It's wonderful and everything, and I can see myself I can see myself, my person. I can see me on a screen that's recording me. It's just, anyway, it's all very interesting and cool and stuff, and I can upload this and friends will see it and they'll, I can it's cool, it's interesting and strange and cool. So I want to experience this, but like the idea of death, and sure, I'll be scared of it. And when it's coming, if it comes unexpectedly, or if it approaches unexpectedly, like I get hit by a car and I'm in, you know, intensive care, and I'm like, shit, boy. Then I'll be terrified, maybe. But I think, now how I am in a healthy state and whatever, the idea of death, coming from like a privileged position, which I appreciate, I am coming from a privileged position to talk about this. The idea of death is quite curious. I've been reading recently that like the secret book is like, we are all just manifestations of this same universal awareness. Consciousness is like an expression of this just awareness. I what does that mean? I don't know. But like, you know, um, when we die, our body dies, but what happens to the soul? Like, what happens to this consciousness? Like, I am conscious now, and I'm in this flesh suit, if you will, and I can do things, and I can, I can, uh, I can open a door. I can open a door. I fucking open me. I can open a door. I can affect my environment. I can affect my environment. So I can impose myself on the world, and help and kill and fuck and shit. I can affect the world. I can impose myself on it. But then what happens after when I die? Like, I'm not even going to propose anything because I don't fucking know. Who am I? And anyone who says they do definitely know, I think they're talking out their arse. Maybe they've come from some like high level of consciousness, and yeah, I don't know. I don't know. You know, no, you don't know because I don't know. No one knows. Yeah, there's that. Oh, it's 12 minutes. Oh my god. Okay, we're gonna stop there. Dear Lord. Okay, yeah. Wow.